There's something that will stop most out-of-state buyers in their tracks. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, $550,000 doesn't just buy you a nice home. It buys you a home most major metro areas consider a luxury home. We're talking about custom-built new construction, resort-style pools with fire pits in existing homes, and gated communities. A chef's kitchen that's outfitted with Thermador appliances, hand-picked hardwood floors with beautiful mature landscaping, and properties sitting on over an acre of private land. In markets like Denver, Dallas, or Phoenix, that same home would cost you $1.2 to $1.8 million. But right here in the Tulsa metro area, your retirement dollar does something extraordinary. It stretches further than almost anywhere else in America. In this video, I'm breaking down the top 7 best luxury neighborhoods to retire in the Tulsa area, specifically for buyers in the $550,000 and above threshold, which is firmly in the higher tier here in the Tulsa market. I'll cover the finest estates and gated communities, the lifestyle each area delivers, the healthcare access you need in retirement, and exactly what your money will get you in each one. Hi, I'm Jessica Ford, and I help people relocate to Tulsa and the surrounding areas every single day. With over 296 5-star reviews, I've built my business around knowing the communities, the neighborhoods, the lifestyle, and the luxury market that people moving here want to understand before they make a decision. As a Tulsa area real estate specialist, this is the retirement relocation guide that so many people wish they had before making a move. So let's jump into it. Before we rank the areas, I need to make sure that you truly understand the opportunity here, because the numbers are almost hard to believe if you're coming from a coastal or a major metro market. Tulsa's cost of living sits more than 15% below the national median. Oklahoma does not tax Social Security income. The state offers a pension income exemption of up to $10,000 per person, and at $550,000 price point, you are firmly, without question, in the luxury tier here. We're talking 4,000 square feet, 3-car garages, custom millwork, smart home technology throughout, gourmet outdoor kitchens, and private entertaining spaces that rival resort properties anywhere in the country. At this price point in Tulsa, you are not compromising, you are winning. The Tulsa Metro is also home to 3 major hospital networks. You have St. John's Medical Group, St. Francis, and Hillcrest, giving retiring buyers the kind of elite medical access that genuinely matters when you're choosing where to spend your best years. Now let's talk about where the finest properties are located. Coming in at number 7 is Claremore. And before you dismiss it as too small, hear me out. Because at $550,000 and above in Claremore, you're not just buying a nice, cozy home. You're buying an estate, a home that sprawls out on some acreage. We're talking custom builds, more than 1 acre, a single level floor plan designed for the way that retirees actually want to live in their golden years, and a level of privacy and land that simply does not exist at this price point anywhere that is closer to the city. Claremore holds one of the highest livability grades in the entire Tulsa metro area, and the community warmth here is something that you have to experience to understand. Now let me give you the full picture. The pros of living in the Claremore area is that it is one of the highest rated towns in the entire Tulsa metro. It has earned an A- rating overall according to niche.com. So you'll find an acreage estate property here that simply doesn't exist in this price point anywhere in the South Tulsa area. There's deep community pride in Claremore. Will Rogers Heritage, Claremore Lake for fishing and outdoor recreation. They offer local dining and charming boutiques, and Tulsa's excellent healthcare facilities are just 30 minutes away. Now, the cons of living in this area is that it's about 30-minute drive to Tulsa's major medical centers and cultural amenities. So if you want to experience fine dining and don't want to drive too far, Claremore may not be your first choice. This is a car-dependent lifestyle, not walkability for daily errands, and the slower pace of life may not suit some retirees who want that immediate urban convenience. The lifestyle here is wide open skies, think private acreage, a covered veranda overlooking your land, some hobby farming, maybe small farm animals, and a deep peace that only true privacy will deliver. This is retirement on your terms, and the value, the same estate property would cost you $1.1 to $1.5 million in the comparison suburban markets like Dallas, Kansas City, Denver, or Ohio. And in Claremore, $600,000 will buy you a genuinely extraordinary home. Coming in at number 6 is Broken Arrow, and specifically the upper tier of this suburb, where luxury custom home communities put this city in a completely different category than most people expect. Broken Arrow is consistently ranked one of the safest cities in all of Oklahoma, and safety is not a small thing when you're choosing where you want to retire. At the $550,000 and above price point here, you're looking at stunning custom builds from award-winning local builders, resort-style pools, and homes with finishes that would feel at home in the pages of Architectural Digest, all at a price that genuinely shocks buyers relocating from out of state. The pros of living in Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow is consistently one of Oklahoma's safest cities, genuine peace of mind for retirees. The luxury market here features a mix of elegance, charm, and modern craftsmanship that set it apart from most suburbs. The Rose District offers charming, walkable dining options, as well as boutique shopping and community events. Excellent access to Tulsa's medical centers via the expressway, specialist care all within 20 minutes, and award-winning builders like different homes that have outstanding craftsmanship at every price point. Now, the cons of living here is that it does have a sprawling footprint, so a car is required for most of your daily needs. Traffic on major corridors during peak hours, and less architectural character than the historic Midtown neighborhoods. But the lifestyle that you will receive in Broken Arrow is safe, polished, and full of conveniences, with higher end builds that would make any out-of-state buyer do a double take at this price point. The value that you receive at a $700,000 custom home in Broken Arrow would be a larger landscape with a pool, a 3-car garage, and a chef's kitchen. Would list at $1.4 to $1.8 million in the comparable suburban cities like Dallas, Frisco, Allen, or even Orlando. And here, that's just regular homes. Coming in at number 5 is Owasso, specifically for the executor tier of the Northeast Tulsa suburb, where gated subdivisions and custom builds sit alongside one of the most thoughtfully eco-friendly retirement cities in the area. And this is what sets Owasso apart from everything else that is on this list. The Owasso Community Center senior program are privately funded through donations and grants, which means they are protected from budget cuts in a way that government-funded programs simply are not. And at the $550,000 price point and above here, you're getting an executive home with finishes and square feet that would cost you double in most comparable American suburbs. The pros of living in Owasso is that they do have privately funded senior programming, one of the most unique and valuable retirement amenities in the entire Tulsa metro area. They also have low crime rates and a strong, tight-knit community culture. Downtown Owasso's Redbud District offers quaint shops, boutiques, and dining, and a charming alternative to a big box sprawl. A growing high-end restaurant and retail scene that continues to mature. Quick expressway access to all of Tulsa's major medical facilities. The cons of living in Owasso is that there's no hospital directly in Owasso. They do have some medical facilities, but it is a 20-minute drive for anything major medical. Newer development lacks the historical architecture of Midtown, and some areas do feel a little bit more suburban functional than distinctly prestigious. But the lifestyle in Owasso is executive living with genuine community heartbeat. This is where Tulsa's physicians, business owners, and professionals put down their roots and grow their families. And they retire very well. The value in a Owasso executive home at $650,000 would cost you $1.1 to $1.5 million in the comparable Kansas City or Denver suburbs. Coming in at number 4, we have Bixby, Oklahoma, one of the fastest growing upscale communities in the Tulsa metro area, and I would argue the most visually stunning retirement destination in the area. Nestled near the Arkansas River, south of Tulsa, Bixby has attracted executives, high net worth professionals, physicians who want that space, elegance, and beauty without paying a coastal price. At $550,000 and above here, you're in a different world entirely. Estate homes on multiple acres, resort pools that belong in a magazine, and builds that showcase what luxury construction looks like when the land isn't priced way out of reach. So the pros of living in Bixby is that it does offer some of the most visually stunning estate properties in the entire Tulsa metro area. A family-oriented city with a charming downtown offers sidewalk cafes, boutiques, and popular local restaurants. It does have a strong school district, perfect for when your grandchildren visit for extended stays. It has a growing luxury retail and dining corridor that continues to attract premium operators. It does have quick access to the Creek Turnpike, access that makes travel to the Tulsa International Airport quick, ideal for retirees who like to travel. The cons is that it's growing rapidly. So there is active construction throughout, and some sectors are still being established. Traffic on key corridors has increased along with the area's growth. The lifestyle here, you can expect to have morning coffee on your covered patio, overlooking a half an acre on a private landscape, an evening walk, and friends with your neighbors. This is Bixby. It's one of the most beautiful places to retire in the entire state. The value here is a $900,000 estate in Bixby would list at $1.2 to $1.8 million in comparable riverside communities such as Austin or Nashville. The gap is extraordinary. Number 3 is the South Tulsa corridor. And if convenience, prestige, and proximity to world-class medical are your top priorities, then nothing else in this metro will even come close. At $550,000 and above in this corridor, you are accessing Tulsa's most polished addresses, gated communities with professional maintenance, estate homes with every luxury finish imaginable, and the kind of turnkey retirement lifestyle that buyers from other markets would need to spend 2 or 3 times more to replicate. The medical access here is genuinely outstanding. St. John's Medical Group and St. Francis are both anchors in this corridor, and specialist care is often a 5-minute drive away. The pros of living in this area are unmatched medical access. St. Simeon's is one of Tulsa's most established senior living communities with a full continuum of care is located right here. The highest concentration of luxury amenities in the entire metro, shopping, dining, culture, and healthcare are all at your doorstep. Polished, well-maintained neighborhoods with strong and stable property values, which offer gated access and multiple 55 plus and active adult communities for future planning flexibility. The cons of living in this area is that it's the most expensive area on the list. It is car dependent with heavy traffic on the main corridors during peak hours, and neighborhoods vary significantly here. Specific street and community selection do matter. The lifestyle that you can expect is morning yoga or pickleball, lunch at a local favorite hotspot, an afternoon at the Philbrook Museum, and dinner at a restaurant. All are within minutes of your front door. South Tulsa's urban luxury retirement that is done right. The value at an $850,000 gated community estate in South Tulsa would give you a resort pool with premium finishes, and that would command $2 million to $2.5, somewhere comparable to Scottsdale or even in the Dallas suburbs. The value differential in this is genuinely remarkable. Coming in at a very close number 2 is Midtown Tulsa. And if historic prestige, architectural grandeur, and a culturally rich, walkable lifestyle is what you're after, nothing else in this market will even come close. This is where Tulsa was born as a city of wealth. These are the streets of the oil barons that built this area. At a $560,000 $75,000 price point and above, you're purchasing some of the most architecturally significant homes in the state of Oklahoma. These are homes that have history and character and tree-lined streets that the landscaping has had years of maturity and craftsmanship that cannot be replicated. And you're surrounded with cultural lifestyle, the symphony, the opera, world-class parks, fine dinery, and art galleries that most American cities charge double and triple to access. The pros of living here are Tulsa's architectural rich, the most walkable retirement lifestyle in the entire Tulsa metro area. You can walk to the Gathering Place, to River Parks, to Brookside, Cherry Street, and Utica Square. You have immediate access to the Philbrook Museum, the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, the Tulsa Symphony, and the Tulsa Opera. Oklahoma Methodist Manor even offers season tickets to the symphony and orchestra as part of their community experience, a cultural lifestyle that most major American cities charge 3 times as much to access. The cons of living in this area is that historic homes do require careful due diligence. Older systems and potential renovation costs must be factored in. You have premium pricing at the top of the market in some of the finest estates that rival anything in the Tulsa metro, and parking can be limited in most walkable blocks. The lifestyle that you will trade for that is walkability to the Gathering Place at sunrise, along with the river trails. You can browse the boutiques in Utica Square for lunch. You can attend the Tulsa Symphony in the evening. This is the retirement lifestyle that coastal cities charge twice as much for the price. And Tulsa delivers this at a fraction of the cost. So the value that you receive is unmatched anywhere. A fully restored $900,000 Georgian estate in the Maple Ridge would list for $3 million elsewhere in historic districts like Charleston or Savannah or Georgetown in Washington, D.C. The architectural quality is genuinely comparable. The price is not. And our number one best luxury neighborhood to retire in the Tulsa metro is Jenks. Specifically the estate communities of South Jenks. And this is genuinely not close. This is where Tulsa's most discerning retirees have been quietly planning routes for years. It checks every single box. You have world-class healthcare from 3 major hospital networks. You have a charming small city culture that gives you a community without chaos. You have estate properties that belong in luxury real estate magazines, and a value proposition that is almost incomprehensible to buyers coming from higher cost markets. At $650,000 and above in Jenks, you're not just buying a home, you're buying a lifestyle. And it is the finest retirement lifestyle that this metro has to offer. In minutes, you can be to the Tulsa Premium Outlets. You have access to the healthcare systems, St. Francis, St. John's, and Hillcrest, each with multiple campuses within a short drive. You have that small town charm with big city atmosphere, fantastic restaurants, arts, shopping, and a genuinely warm community culture. The Jenks Senior Citizens Group hosts regular luncheons, activities, has events, genuine community connection that you cannot manufacture. District Creek Turnpike access to the Tulsa International Airport is perfect for retirees who love to travel. The Riverwalk District aquarium, and charming Main Street for entertaining visiting family and grandchildren, and popular among Tulsa's physicians and executives are the neighbors that you want. The cons of living in this area is that there is rapid growth. That means active construction. The area's success creates temporary growing pains. The very best estate properties at this price point move quickly, and inventory is very competitive here. And it is slightly higher in price points that some neighboring suburbs are truly luxury tier. The private gated estate on the Greenbelt, morning walks along the river trail at sunset, and dinner at a riverfront access. The symphony when you want culture and to travel just a little bit. Your grandchildren at the aquarium on the weekends, and world-class hospitals are all 10 minutes away. At $650,000 in Jenks, Oklahoma, this is your retirement. And it is extraordinary. The value that you will receive at a $750,000 Jenks estate will give you a pool, a chef's kitchen, a 3-car garage, would command $2 million in the comparable communities of Scottsdale or Nashville or even the Austin suburbs. The value here is one of the best kept secrets in American real estate. So there is your complete guide to the top 7 neighborhoods to retire in the Tulsa Metro. And here is a thread that connects every single one of them. At $550,000 and above price point, you are accessing a level of home, a level of lifestyle, and a level of community that buyers in coastal or major metro markets would need to spend 2 or 3 times more to reach. Let that sink in. 2 to 3 times more. So here is our recap. Coming in at number 7, Claremore Estate Properties. You get acreage, privacy, and extraordinary land value. Coming in at number 6, Broken Arrow's top tier communities are safe, polished, and beautifully built. Number 5, Owasso's executive tier, community connection and craftsmanship. Number 4 is Bixby. They have stunning new builds. Number 3 is South Tulsa with gated luxury medical access. Number 2 is Midtown, historic prestige, culture, and walkability. And number 1 is Jenks and South Jenks Estate, complete luxury retirement package. The best neighborhood for you depends on your lifestyle vision and your priorities and what retirement looks like on your terms. This is exactly the conversation that I love to have, and it is exactly what I do, helping you realize what area in the Tulsa Metro is going to be the best fit for you now and long term in the future. If you are relocating to the Tulsa area and you are shopping in the $550,000 and above price point, I would love to be a resource. I specialize in helping discerning buyers, especially those coming from higher cost markets into the Tulsa metro area, find exceptional homes that give them far more than they expect at a price point that genuinely surprises them. The consultation is private, there is no pressure, and it costs you nothing. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or schedule a Zoom. I would love to help you make a smooth move. You can also click on the link in the description below to schedule yours today. I will build you a custom neighborhood shortlist tailored specifically to your lifestyle and your priorities. If this video added value and you learned something about the Tulsa Metro that you didn't know, give it a thumbs up. like and subscribe. It helps other buyers just like you find this content. And as always, there is a free relocation guide below if you are interested or just starting your search in the Tulsa metro area. And drop me a comment below which neighborhood surprised you most for what your money will get you in the Tulsa metro area. I read every single one. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. And I hope to see you around town.